Hello YouTube, this is V. Today I'm going to be discussing or reviewing a new knife that I just recently purchased. It is the MTech 525. It is a take on the Tom Brown tracker knife. I got this online. It was shipping and everything. It was like $25. So it comes with the nylon sheath, sewn. Then it's got a couple little rivets. It's got two snaps, one around the handle, one for the case so that it can slide out, being that it has a large blade in the front. It's held on. It's got the belt loop. It doesn't have the side mount style if you want to wear it, you know, like this. The Tom Brown knife, of course, featured in the movie The Hunted. I saw that and I started looking around. The Tom Brown tracker is a pretty pricey knife. That's not for me. So I got this one. Let's open it up, take a look. This is what it looks like. It's a pretty nice knife. Got a lot of heft to it. It's got a hardwood handle. Of course, it has the lanyard hole in it. Has the grooves. Get your finger on there, a little bit more delicate control. It has this notching right here. They say it's not for sawing, but simply for notching. You know, you're going to hang up your tie line to a tree, hang your hammock, of course, make the notch, tie your rope, that way you don't slip down. It's got the hatcheting type front on it. Not too bad sharp. I suspect I may have to mess with the blade angle here a little bit for it to do what I want, but I haven't got to test it yet. Of course, then it has here, this section right here, more steep of an angle for splitting wood. Place it on the wood you want and then can hammer with another piece of wood stock. We'll do that here in a moment. It's not a bad knife. It's nice. I saw one guy on YouTube do a review of the Tom tracker knife, and I don't know if he downloaded a manual. There's actually a manual that you can find online for the tracker knives that tells you how to use it correctly. He was trying to do some chopping, and I don't think he had read the book. These knives, the way the handle is designed, it has 3 hand positions. You have the first hand position here, or you can use the small blade here for cutting. This one for small chopping. If you want to, you can move your hand down to the next finger hole or notch and get a little more leverage. And then, of course, I would only do this with the lanyard attached so you don't sling the knife around away. You can grab it from the bottom here. Now, it may need a longer handle on a copy design that I'll probably do here in the next bit, but you can really get back on that handle and get a hatcheting action. But like I said, this one isn't as long as I would like it to be without using that lanyard so you don't slip. Nice knife. I like it. It feels good in the hand. The handle's nice. But like I said, I suspect the front, the blade may have to be altered a little bit to do what I want. Of course, I haven't got to test it yet. So what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of chopping with it and see how it does. This blade can also be used as a draw knife. Like I said, this is for notching, so it's not that sharp. You can grab this and pull it towards you. It's not going to hurt your hand. But that's it. About $25 once it's shipped. Not bad. I like it. And let's chop some wood with it, see what it'll do. Alright, so let's try the MTech 525 knife. We're going to do our first cutting with it. I haven't done any cutting with it yet. Alright, see how we do. Now that's not a bad little divot right there. That's a little bit better than I expected. So not too bad. Of course, I'm holding it in the first finger position. I'll get to the second one here, see how that feels. Flip it over, start fresh. And the only problem, and another gentleman pointed this out in his testing, it does have a big front, the blade here, but you're only making contact with a limited portion of it. But not like a straight blade knife where, you know, the whole section of blade cuts into it. Here we have a small section, but it's not too bad. So that's not too bad right there. Okay, so not too bad. Let's see if we can split a piece of wood. What we'll do is we'll set a piece on the ground and we'll test this part of the blade. See if we can drive it through. Alright, so we have the MTech 525. We're going to try to split this piece of stock using this portion of the blade. And already I can tell. We're only going to be able to split wood up to about here. Not like with the marine knife or with, I have another MTech. I don't know the number of it right now. So that's one thing. We're only going to be splitting small wood. Alright. We've got another piece of stock here. Wow. That flew right into that piece of wood. That was nothing for this knife. That is a good angle right there. That went right through that. I expected a little more resistance, but man, that was easy. I like that. That was cool. Let's do a draw knife test. See how that does. Ah. May have to put a little bit of that angle here, good for splitting the wood, but then this other angle that they put on here for the edge, I'm going to have to modify that a little bit. It doesn't peel the bark off of this as easy as I would expect. Look at that, barely. If I can not fall over. At least it'll give me good fire kindling. Yeah, that's going to have to be modified. You're not going to make a bow with that blade coming to you out of the box like that. Get a fire started. Yeah, once I get past the bark, the knife doesn't really want to dig in the wood. It's a great splitting tool, but for me to peel away any wood, that's going to have to be modified. So we're gonna have to take a little grinder or a file to that and put what we want on that. Great cutting, great splitting of the wood though. So that's the MTech 525. Not too bad. Could use a little help. I'm going to have to sharpen these up a little bit. The angle's a little bit steep. I think what they've done is on the grind, they've gone like this. It needs a little bit more like this. So we're going to give it a little bit of help. But we'll modify it a little bit and then we'll try it again. Thanks for coming by.